killed it.
Roberto, we just arrived in San Jose. We literally came in a few hours ago, and this is a country that a lot of our social media following told us to come to. It is, gorgeous.
Our luck is pretty good. It's not every day we meet like one of the world champions in motocross.
The Latin American champion.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys.
Yeah, you know, the other thing is we heard about this word, Pura Vida. What does that mean? What does that mean to you?
Where Costa Rican people used to say Pura Vida as I'm doing great, you know. So people usually ask you like, hey, how you doing? We said instead of I'm doing great, you say I'm doing Pura Vida.
And literally translated, it means
pure life.
Pure life.
Yeah.
So we're gonna ride right now?
Yeah.
Are we?
He's gonna ride. You're gonna wait.
You got something smaller, about that big?
Yeah, a little tricycle. I think I saw.
Preferably without an engine.
Yeah.
Without wheels as well.
Just
so it's stationary. First time on our show, you, our Peeta Pilots, handpicked 3 of our 12 destinations in a viewer's choice competition, and we couldn't have been more excited to pack our bags for San Jose, the capital city of Costa Rica. Nestled in the central valley between rolling green hills and brimming rivers, it's no wonder that San Jose has long been a magnet for bohemians, adventurers, and wayfarers. But the lure of this city and the country in general runs much deeper than just its striking location. Locals here live by a philosophy they call Pura Vida, an eternal optimism, a celebration of life, a gratitude for the little things that bring us happiness. Is it a coincidence that Costa Rica is listed as one of the happiest places on earth? For a country that decided to replace its army of soldiers for teachers and their guns and barracks for textbooks and classrooms, we think not. San Jose, or Chepe, is certainly riding a wave very different from any other city we've seen, and the Chepeños we met were not going to let us leave without showing us just how they go about crafting their own happiness.
Yo soy el mundo, tú eres el mundo. Ven y abrázame. Yo soy el mundo, tú eres el mundo. Ven y despiértame.
A healthy body creates a happy heart, and no one champions this attitude better than Fabiana Scorza. Fabiana is the project manager for Feria Verde, a weekly market that brings together organic food producers, artisans, and craftsmen. Feria Verde was established back in 2008 by a group of farmers and consumers who saw a need for a market in the city that was based on ethical values, fair trade, and organic goods. That's a good walk.
Hey,
How you doing? I'm Mohammed.
Fabiano.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
How's it
you.
going? How can you have like a bad day waking up to this every morning?
I wish I had.
Oh my God, beautiful.
This is a farm that belongs to the Yesenia Chavez. She's part of our farmers market in the middle of the city. The market was created 4 years ago by a group of people, entrepreneurs, different disciplines, farmers, consumers, and we wanted to create a farmers market that will have both forces of the economy, making decisions. So it's organic, it's local, it's small production. You can only buy direct from the farmers. So we're very excited you're here.
How's it grown in the last 4 years? So how many people did you have on the first day, and where are you guys today?
Well, we're growing around 100% per year. So when we started, we have around 25 vendors. Today we are, I think, the biggest organic farmers market in Costa Rica.
Oh, wow.
We are creating a lot of economy, a lot of income in every community. We are working with more than 500 people whose main income comes directly from the market.
How are people in Costa Rica reacting to the availability and access to organic products?
In marketing, there is a theory that you have like a curve, and we are in the first stage. It's called early adopters. Right now, what we did was to create a market that it's cool. It's cool to go there. It's cool for you as a consumer to give your money to many small projects. So we created, we're still in that stage. So people who come here, it's people who are very aware of and conscious about what they're putting on their table, what they're providing the food to their families. Also, they have the money right now to pay it. Unfortunately, we are not in the stage that organic food is completely accessible for everybody.
Accessible in terms of the cost-wise, right?
The cost. We are 30% more expensive than conventional food.
Yeah, but having said that, I mean, 30% more on, you know, on a head of lettuce or, you know, some fruit, it's not, in the bigger scheme of things, it's not that much. And that is the real price. Like the price that I think food is, you know, is today in the supermarkets, I cannot believe food can be so cheap. And I think because of that, people don't respect it enough because it's so cheap. Like, okay, just give me, instead of 1 kilo, give me 2 kilos,
yes.
You know, and probably half of it goes to waste.
Yes. Costa Rica, our food, 70% of the food that comes to the table comes from small farms. So what is going on, there is a middleman going to visit the farms, and they come and they're like, how much your crop costs? And they're like $1,000, and they're like, well, I'm going to offer you $500.
Right.
If you don't buy into me, they're going to get rotten.
Right.
So it's a system that doesn't allow the farmers to develop and to have access to a good lifestyle.
And if these small farmers stop doing it, it's going to go to the big manufacturers,
Yes.
right? The
Yes.
soulless companies.
Yes, they are.
You know, today, I mean, we buy our vegetables from the supermarkets.
Yes.
You know, we don't see where it comes from or who struggled for it. We don't see that
We don't
story,
see
right?
that.
The human story.
We don't see the human story. Like for me, I'm from the city. Before the market, I thought that my food come from a grocery store, and I thought that the grocery store will have their own.
So does Payman. I'm sorry, Payman. I wanted to tell you ahead of time.
This is where the food comes from. This is it.
That's what a real chicken looks like.
Meeting with Fabiana was inspiring, but we knew that was only half of the story. We headed to the Feria Verde market where we met with Chef Jose Pablo Gonzalez, one of the market's regular customers and an expert when it comes to the local cuisine. After returning to Costa Rica from a 5-year stay in France, Chef Jose Pablo had a vision of combining French cooking techniques with indigenous produce to create a sophisticated and modern Costa Rican menu.
Hey guys,
My man.
how are you? Jose? Nice to meet you guys.
Hello,
Good.
how you doing?
Fine. How you like the market? Amazing. Right. It's one of our, 100 markets we have in Costa Rica. This is specifically an organic market, but we're super happy to be here. We buy a lot of things from here. It's like 10 minutes away from a restaurant, walking distance. So it's a blessing to have all these produce like so close, you know.
Oh, awesome. And you buy all your stuff from here, huh?
A lot of things. Some things you can check some of the beautiful produce here. We're gonna buy some things later to cook in the restaurant. But yeah, 30% of my stuff we buy here, then we bring it from other farmers market too, and from our finca, our farm in an urban farm we have here in San José too.
Yeah. So everything is organic over here.
Everything's organic, you can tell, man, it's
And
beautiful.
local.
And local, everything, yeah. It comes 100 kilometers away from here, everything. Fabiana.
Hi, how you doing?
Very good of you.
Hey Fabiana, how are you?
Such a great vibe over
Nice
here.
to see you.
Nice to see you. Thank you. Welcome to Feria Verde. Yeah.
So you know Jose Pablo's buying stuff so he can cook for us in his restaurant, right?
Oh, I heard that. I heard that. He's
We'll
very
cook a
good.
beautiful thing for you guys.
But I think the cool thing is, you know, when you go to a supermarket, you see the usual suspect, the lettuce, the tomato, you know, that's what you see everywhere. It's so great that, you know, we start to see these more indigenous, you know, sort of vegetables available.
People are asking for this more and more, you know, and they're getting interested in cooking this type of stuff. So yeah, for sure, the farmers, they've been harvesting this for all their life, you know. know. But now people from the city, they want this too.
I noticed that, there's a lot of like fast food franchises in town as well. A lot. Like every one of them is represented.
Yeah. In here, yeah, I just had a friend from France came in, and he just told me, man, there's, every franchise represented here. American franchise, there's everything here. Yeah, so obviously we're a little bit worried about this, but we're gonna take over our food here and try to make a state and try to tell people that this is the best things to eat,
So, do we want to get the stuff that you need to get?
Yeah, should we do it? I'll buy some things here, right?
Right, okay, let's do it.
Listen, thanks for hooking us up.
Thank you guys. Yeah, we got pretty amazing produce, and I'll see you guys at the restaurant. Huh?
Sounds good, man. Thank you very much, Fabiana. Thank you. Thank you.
Boom.
Y todavía no sabemos quién quedó bajo los escombros. Sabes bien que hay volcanes en mí. Pa, 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 ra, ra, ra.
What is it that draws us to the seaside? The sound of waves crashing, seawater relentlessly making its way up the shore before receding submissively back into the ocean. A weary sun retiring its radiance behind the faraway horizon. The assurance that the beach in all its glory will perform the same act every day, despite your presence and long after you're gone. We made a quick escape to nearby Jaca Beach. Here, Costa Rica showed us the power of being in the moment. Nothing more, nothing less.
Randall Bermudez is the founder of Wheels and Arms, an initiative that makes adventure sports a real possibility for those living with physical disabilities in Costa Rica. After watching his own brother struggle with his own disability, Randall was inspired to create more opportunities for those facing similar challenges, opportunities for adventure sports. Randall invited us to the Mundo Aventura Climbing Center in San Jose to join him and the Wheels and Arms team. It was easily one of the most memorable moments of our lives.
I love the logo of Wheels and Arms.
Yeah, like
It's very cool. When did you guys first start Wheels and Arms?
Well, the idea came a long time ago. Well, actually, I got a brother. We adopted a kid 14 years ago. He's in wheelchair. So he started motivating me to start trying to do all these things. And then one day I saw him, he was a big guy, he was racing, and I said, like, this is the guy. And I started thinking about, why don't we try to do like an adventure race or crossing the country with a guy like this? It could be a great idea. And then I met Juanma, and he gave me this idea, but he told me about this hand cycle, and I started saying, oh, this can be possible. Then Wheels and Arms we started thinking like, maybe we can go farther, and maybe we can do a company and do tourism with disabled people and things like that.
And is that where like Wheels and Arms kind of shows that it's not that we can do it, we could actually even do more?
That's the point. Actually, the message of Wheels and Arms is to let them know that being disabled is perfect. If you're disabled, you're perfect like that. And the problem is that the one that is disabled is the society. We're not ready for these guys. Okay, so the first technique we're gonna use, we're gonna climb on the rope, all right? And in this case, Juanma can use his legs, so we're gonna adapt a new way to climb using only the chest crawl. This is what we call it, crawl. And then we're gonna use the centers with our hands. What you use is, you need your arms. That's the point, okay? But at least you can rest and it's not that difficult. So we're gonna climb together. We're gonna get to the top of the first platform, and then we're gonna secure ourselves, and then we're gonna change the equipment for a rappel.
Randall, you're gonna meet me up there?
So we're gonna do the same thing.
Okay, together.
We're going together. Anything the it's not working, just let me know.
Oh man, don't tell me that. I hope I never have to tell you something's wrong with it.
I hope you don't have to tell me anything, but well, just to let you know that I'm there for. That's why I'm there. It's difficult at the beginning because you still don't know how it works. Okay, it's just like a rhythm. Breathe. Sometimes you forget how to breathe, and feel. You know the way they feel because they're not using the. When you're using your feet, it's very easy.
It's easier, yeah.
But now it's gonna be like
Just the hands.
quite different.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm gonna set you in the rope.
Okay. All set.
So pull it up as much as possible. Both. Okay. Now try to climb. All right. That's one.
Come on, you know this is not a 24-hour climbing center, huh?
Remember, they have to breathe.
They close.
Thank you, sir. Randall, thank you very much, man. It's awesome.
I was mentally preparing myself for this. Now they give me something else.
Before I had my accident, I do a lot of extreme sport, and then happened my accident, and I have to quit everything for a while. And eventually, I start to do baby steps, new stuff. Now I'm doing this.
But what made you change your mind? What made you, like I need to do this.
I need to leave. I cannot. It's not part of my the way that I was raised to hide or to quit. I think it's part of what Wheels and Arms is to show that if you are willing to make an effort, you can do whatever you want.
Jonathan, when you reached halfway, did you at all throughout think, I'm just going to go back down, I'm not going through it?
No, because why I have to quit at the middle of the way? It's pointless. If I get to the top, to the middle, why not to get to the other part? So I think this is the way I have to do. Well, everybody have to do stuff. You cannot do the stuff halfway. When you do it good.
Life lesson. Okay, let's go.
Ready?
What?
Too much talk.
Lunchtime.
It's lunchtime, no? So I'm gonna do it with one leg.
Yeah. Put some chalk on your hands. We're all ready.
All right, there we go. It's like natural instinct to use both legs. Right?
Exactly.
Go slow.
Slow down. Easy. Yeah.
Think you move.
Exactly. That's the same more energy doing that.
You got it,
You're killing me, Jonathan.
You're supporting with the left. You're cheating.
That's true. I'm balancing.
Summit.
Okay, let go of your body.
Good job, man.
Dude.
You're doing quite good.
Now visualize that every day at home.
I was going to be impressed if you reached halfway, I told you, dude.
I felt like I had no excuses.
Honestly,
that fear is just not good enough. Thanks, man.
Very
like
good.
shaking.
You shake.
It's true. I probably would have taken longer to go up, but
After seeing you guys, man, that like, honestly, I felt like it would be like a cop out if I don't do it. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Now, you want to go one more time?
With your eye closed.
Tell me, what's it like?
It's awesome because every morning Payman likes to get up to like feel good pop. That's his breakfast.
At least I don't have 72 alarms every morning and not wake up to
It's not 72 alarms, it's 72 snoozes. First one is my alarm. I snooze that about like 20 times. And then I get the call, and that's the reception. Then I get a second call from reception.
No, I snooze that. I snooze that.
And then I get the call from Sibel. Where are you guys? Where are you? We're waiting.
downstairs.
Production nightmare.
It was an endless light in the darkest night. God was singing by the riverside, and desire was a gypsy running all around town. And she made her way down, and she made her way down to the river, down by the river. Where
We all spend our lives yearning for that elusive thing we call happiness. Some travel the world in pursuit of it. Perhaps it is there waiting for us at the summit of the tallest mountain, or maybe hidden somewhere deep in the vastness of the ocean. Some find it through the stars, but perhaps, just perhaps, the answer simply lies waiting somewhere deep within our own subconscious. Our social travels have taught us one thing for sure, that few have truly found it in the exhausting, unremitting routines of the rat race. The young Chapeños we met showed us that a life with fewer complications and a greater sense of meaning was where they found their true fulfillment. One woven together with a deep sense of self-respect, but also for the nature that surrounds them. They call it Pura Vida. It is said that happiness is not a state to arrive at, but a manner in which we travel. A lifestyle choice and a craft that needs constant practicing, honing, and mastering. As for now, we leave you with a question. What is your Pura Vida?